What's up, guys? Okay, we're back. And I did lie to you guys. We're in a slightly different location. Not too different. Not too different, at least. But slightly different. I moved up to the top of the hill while we were off screen. Anyway. So, now I need to start heading back. So. And See, Terraria, you can actually fall pretty far before you take damage, but then after you reach that falling point where you take damage, it adds up very quickly. Anyway, like I was saying, oh, we should probably get those coins from before. That's not good. I'll just make a little cubby hole for it. No, I won't. Let's see. Now we've got some more wood and some more torches. That will last us a bit longer. Anyway. So, to get people to come to your house, you need 2 torches in a room. And then you need to have a table and 2 chairs. And I could make that, but I want to go to the mine and get my coins back before it's too late. Anyway. Boom. So now we've got a nice little schematic, and we can put the tables and chairs in a little bit. Or, well, I guess I can do it right now. 4 tables, 8 chairs. I don't know why they need 2 chairs, but I don't know. They might only require 1, but I put 2. Anyway. 1. Table. 2 chairs. And you can actually easily mess up the schematic of the chair, so you want to make sure you look in the direction of the way you're going to put the chair. See? If I'm looking that way, the door will open that way. If I'm looking that way, it will open that way. Anyway. So that's something cool. So, I'll move this a little bit more to the right. Boom. Not too much farther, but a little bit. And if you don't set up the proper room schematics, your room will, or you don't set up the proper schematics for your NPCs, they won't come. And if you don't have NPCs at your house, the game won't have like some of the essential parts. Like, without the merchant, it will be a lot harder to fight bosses and mining, because the merchant sells a mining helmet. And what that helmet does is, it puts a torch on your head, to put it simply. And with that torch on your head, I'm going to have to use a small sand elevator to get down here, and then I'll have to wall it off. So, I'll go... Let's see, how far do I want to go? I'll go to right here. There we go. Good spot. So now I need a couple of wood platforms. And hollow out this area later, but for now I don't need to hollow it out too much. All I need is to make a little hole. Doesn't have to be too big. Be bigger than this, so. Okay. And I will collect clay eventually. I'm just not collecting it right now. Okay. So now we're gonna want to do this, and there we go. Okay. So now here's the technique. You just click rapidly, and it'll just fill up. If you miss it, you can just pick it back up. And it'll only go to like a certain point. Like, I think this is the maximum height it'll be able to go to. Yeah. Maximum. That looks fine. Anyway, so now what we can do is all we have to do is we can drop down here, drop our water, drop that, and hop on it. And here's the water elevator. Like we said, it's nothing that hard. It's a simple little schematic I designed up. It's probably it could have easily been used before by anyone. I just put this together. Then you can just pick it right back up. Only if your hole is small enough though, like, since this is a small hole, yeah, this is much faster. Whew, this really speeds up mining. And to top that off, we can now get a nurse in our house. Check it out. I will now be able to get 120 life. And that will come in handy because, yeah, it just does. Every time you die, your health is reset to 100. No, but it's not actually reset to it. It's just temporarily at 100 because you just respawn. But it'll take time for your health to go back up to its old amount. Yeah, this is much faster. Wait a minute, is this equaled up right? Ah, now I gotta check. Yeah, this is right. Anyway, so as we continue mining, if you guys want me to do like more daytime stuff, like build more houses, go to the jungle, or more stuff like that, just tell me and I'll like do that. But I kind of like mining because that's where like all the good stuff is, except for fighting bosses. But then to do that, you have to find a meteor, a demon altar, which we've already found underground. So you actually do have to do some mining to find that. I've never actually found an on-ground demon altar. In the corruption, they're not very rare, but in the normal land, they're a bit rarer. And one good item from the corruption is, it's called a shadow or ooh, wow, I'm just getting so lucky with iron. Look at this. This is huge. Oh, I think I just saw a bat in there. Yep, that's a cave bat. And they're not actually very tough, but they're a pain because they'll just knock you right off where you were standing. So if we were standing right here at the edge of a cliff and there was like one gap right there, they'd knock you off and you'd fall and die. And that's just what the cave bats do, and they're just really annoying like that. And now let's see. Wow, I think that really gave us like 40 pieces of iron right there, so. And so we've met the Great Rocks on below sea level. And a little bit more silver. I think they should make silver a little bit easier to tell the difference. Like, because really, look at that. This is stone, this is silver. It's just a little bit shinier. They need to make the difference a little larger, because if you aren't paying attention for it, you'll easily just go right past the large vein silver ore. Wow, I'm getting so lucky with this veins. Look at that. Large iron vein followed up by a large silver vein. Anyway. And I bet it's the beard. The beard always does the trick. Alright. And I'm trying to make one big fall, and I'm doing a pretty good job. Because until you run into lava, you can really just go straight down. I want that. I should be about at the point for oh, got my first bomb. And what bombs do is it lets you get a demolitionist at your house. So you can always have someone who's insane and wants to put bombs in your house. That's always fun, right? Oh, there's an undead miner. And he drops bombs every time you kill him. So I'm not really sure why. He's a miner, but oh, I guess they could use bombs to mine, and that makes sense, I guess. Oh, there's another one. But I need skeletons, and skeletons can drop what I need. Okay, so I think the fall goes from right here. Yeah. Oh, cobwebs. Just gonna delay this. I mean, the undead miners are helpful because they give you bombs, but... Anyway, when that guy arrives, so let's say down here, Demolitionist has arrived. But they can only arrive in daytime, I believe, so... yeah. So much silver, just so much. I'm gonna talk a little lower now. Okay, guys, I'm just talking a little lower. I think this personally is a little bit easier to hear, but you know, if you want me to talk in my little bit of higher of a pitch voice, I can. I think that it's easier to talk lower, and yeah, Anyway, so now we're just finding more silver, and actually, this is quite a bit of silver. When I said more, I think that was a bit of an understatement. And here's our first skeleton sighting. And if we're lucky, on our very first try, we could get a hook. And I mean, it's not that likely because hooks are like a semi-rare item, I think. Now, I've watched other Let's Plays and I've found that they had like lots of trouble finding hooks. In my original world, like the second skeleton I killed, like they were standing right by each other, and the second one I killed literally had a hook, so I was like really lucky. So I got a grappling hook fairly early in the game. But in the beginning, I was like, why can't I find skeletons? And that was because I was like too lame to go down very far. Ended up never finding anything good until I started going to those deeper parts. And guys, going into these deeper parts of the cave are really just worth it. Because, yeah, it's just worth it. Because that's where you find like gold ore and stuff. Alright. This appears to be where the fall is. Anyway. So, as we continue down here, I hope we'll find some gold ore. And normally I'd explore these caves, but I'm just making a really deep hole right now. And actually, it seems to be working just fine. And I already have a bucket of water, so I can really just leave it anytime. But one thing that is nice is that, well, not nice, but one thing I am going to be trying to get is a bed, because then when I save and quit, I'll just respawn right at home. Because saving and quitting is really the fastest way to get out of the deep cave. And that's just my opinion, so... I mean, if you have a slow internet, I guess it wouldn't, but... Well, actually not internet, I meant computers. I replaced that block to block them out, but then I realized that in 2 seconds... I mean, it took a second, but then, like, 2 seconds later, I realized that I'd be fighting them anyway. Oh, got quite a bit of topaz. Oh, and bats can drop little 20 HP hearts, and that's not the same as a crystal heart. All those 20 HP hearts, all they do is they just provide 20 HP instantly. So that's helpful, but it doesn't actually give you that, it just regenerates that. Oh, merchants arrived. Means I just got... Oh, took them a little while. Soon I should have a demolitionist arriving. I don't know how they can get into our house. Like, they must have the key or something that I never gave them. So, actually, since a merchant is kind of messy. You can actually see where the digger is coming from, because you'll see like in the texture change in the rocks. Like they'll probably be coming either below me right now or above. Yep. I don't think they can jump this high or something. Might as well collect this topaz, but first, time to do a little bit of cave exploring. See, cave exploring is much harder before you have like a grappling hook and stuff, so... And I'm not sure how much topaz or whatever it takes to make a lightsaber. I just know that it requires a kind of gem. I gotta figure this out. Is this the right spot? I think so. See, that's what I mean about the bats. They'll let us push you right off. Okay, so it needs to be here and 1 block to the right. I don't think we got a hook from that skeleton. Yeah, we didn't. But in case we do, I have the iron chains. nurse has arrived. That took her a while. I found that like a long time ago. Ooh, that's gonna be deep. And there's 3 lemuricons jumping right there. Yeah, I think it'll be safe just to go back to the top. I mean, that wouldn't be an issue, but like for the moment, I don't have anything to protect me when I jump down there, so yeah. Best to just go back to the top of the world. I bet you it's either... Oh yeah, and what you can do is, while you're waiting, you can just like drag the sun wherever you want. It's kind of cool. Same for goes for the moon. And if you put it down... Oh! Found a little lame spot for our video to stop. Anyway, guys, this is gonna be the end of this video, I guess, so we'll see you next time.